You're coming too.
What started as a dream is now our reality. 6 years ago, we poured her ballast, raised every frame, cut every plank, and named her Rediviva. Ready for life back on the ocean, this year we're determined to set sail.
Would you look at that? I'd say that's the making of a fine cruising vessel.
We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for joining us. Today, Noah leaves us. It's been a full 2 weeks. He never wanted to take a day off, so we got so much work done. It filled 7 episodes. From his first project, constructing the retractable sink in the head,
Sink out.
to figuring out the unique storage area of our dinette.
Wanted to be a part of the boat, right?
Yeah,
Then discussing a custom table for the space,
It looks amazing. I am completely blown away by this table.
as well as problem solving the aft backrest of the dinette so it's strong yet removable to have access to our engine. That looks so good. He's leaving us with a more complete interior, revitalized confidence, and a new set of skills.
Looks pretty good. Oh, that looks so cool.
Today I'm here on the boat by myself. Ruth is editing. So it's really windy outside, and I think I'm gonna take the time to tackle a little interior stuff. Noah just left us yesterday, which, you know, we both miss him. He did a hell of a lot of work, and he did a really good job and really made the interior, he and Ruth both, they were really good team. And they made the interior start to look a lot more finished and much more homey. So I think I'm just gonna take the time and do a little bit more interior finish kind of work, because I hate working outside when it's really windy anyway. It seems like no matter which way the wind is blowing, everything just blows right into your eyes. So I cut a little bit of cherry, and my thought is I'm going to trim out the galley here. I found a cool piece of cherry with some character in it. I really love this stuff. Nice kind of funky piece. I really like, there's a lot of the cherry that has just like a really clean, pretty grain and just like a super, super uniform kind of like pink color. And that's, it's nice and it's pretty, but I've really taken a liking to this stuff that's got, some of this really cool staining in it, and like, even the little pitch pockets and the little knots and stuff like that. I think it's cool. I like it a lot. And we've been using it on a lot of stuff so far, and I just think it's so much more fun than just like the straight, plain, uniform grain. And we got some more of it here. Included a little bit of this, like, I don't know, it's kind of like where the bark was and some of that more cool staining. So, and then the floor, the cabin sole where I've been laying the cherry has a bunch of, you can't see it now because it's all really dirty from all the glue and all the walking on it, but that has a lot of this cool staining and little weird pitch pockets and stuff in it, and I just think it's fun, especially since Ruth is kind of deciding to go pretty eclectic and artsy with the interior. Might as well continue that. So anyway, I'm gonna set this camera up and start measuring and coming up with a plan for fitting this trim. So after Noah and Ruth got so much work done down below, and there's a lot of like nice finished trim and stuff going in, it's kind of re-inspired me to do a little bit more finish work down there as well. Make sure everything is nice and feels good and inspiring when we leave the dock, hopefully this summer, late summer. So I've decided to start in on something that I've been intending to do since the beginning, and I had planned to do it just later on sometime. Mill up a ton of this old reclaimed Western red cedar that we got up in Washington. Basically just cut it into paneling and start just paneling a lot of the interior with it. I think it's going to be kind of cool how it will come together with a combination of mine and Ruth's kind of personalities and preferences. Originally, when I had planned to finish out the interior, back when I was all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, when we first started building and I had all this energy, you know, I wanted to finish it out like a classic nautical kind of style, where it's basically, it's all one species of wood or similar, basically all a matching color, all uniform, all nice clear grain, and just panel everything with that, which, you know, it is a beautiful look and it's a classic look, and that's probably what I would have done. But Ruth is far more on the opposite side of that. She just wants, you know, character and color and art, and she likes a really artistic, eclectic style. And you know, I told her just to go crazy with it because I didn't have the energy to do any kind of interior work, and you know, she started painting and everything, and I like it. It's fun, it's different, but everything that was painted, just the bright colors and stuff, it was always with the intention of, well, let's just make the bare plywood look better for now, and then later on down the road when I have some more energy, I'll come back and start trimming and paneling everything out in nice wood. So that's just kind of happening sooner than I thought it would, just because, you know, we're doing good. We got a ton of energy back. You know, the weather's changing, it's warm and sunny, and you know, the people that we've had help us have helped inspire us. We've been working on getting ourselves healthy again, and yeah, energy is coming back, so I think might as well tackle it while we're here. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good as far as necessary projects to leave the dock in the amount of time that we have left to do it. And if I throw in a few more like aesthetically pleasing projects, it'll just be all that much better when we do set out. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think it's going to be a really cool combination of Ruth's kind of original vision and my original vision kind of meeting. There's still going to be a lot of wood, a lot of trim, and a lot of paneling, but now it's kind of opened up my realm to to being more artistic with that. Like, instead of just finding all uniform, nice straight grain, you know, now I can find all the funky, weird pieces. Like a lot of that cherry has a bunch of character, and I can use this black locust that's all twisted and weird, and use a lot of different colors and a lot of different grain patterns, and just get weird with it. And I think it'll be really cool. It'll be fun. It'll have a lot more character than just all one uniform color inside. This Western Red Cedar is going to smell really good inside. If you're familiar with that kind of really sweet, warm wood smell that you get in a sauna, that's Western Red Cedar. So there's going to be a lot of that down below. I'm doing this in probably a very slow, very tedious, way more work than, you know, if I had all the proper tools, but I'm using what I have and I want to do it today, so it's pretty time consuming. But I'm just turning this up on edge. I want to get the VG side of it just for stability, so it stays nice and tight and stuff when it's on the boat. So what I'm doing is I've just got a 45 on my little router. I'm just hitting that real quick, flip it down, run it through the table saw, and then just do that back and forth. And that gives me strips like this, and I'll still kind of finish sand everything. Gives me strips like this with a nice kind of bevel. I just finished running through those first two boards, and it was just two pieces of 2x10. I think one was 2 feet long, the other one was like 2.4, 2.3 or something, but that's what I got out of it. Didn't take too long, really. I'm gonna bring this to the boat, and I'll need to cut a bunch more, but I'm just kind of excited to get it to the boat and see what it looks like. All right, got a good stack of cedar, and I'm gonna start paneling the dinette area and see how far I can get with what I cut. Yeah, I think it'll go pretty far. We'll see.
I'm about to get into my first solo project, and Garrett continues on the galley trim, measuring for the gimbals on the stove, which allow the stove to adjust to the heel of the boat when underway, so it's always a level surface. The trim is 1.5 inches taller than the counter, and will be rounded over once it's all dry fit. I'm working on the port quarter, installing walls for storage, running the 2 emergency bilge hoses and the exhaust hose cleanly, and cutting the hatches. Let's see how I do. And Michael's here too, continuing on the ratlins for the mizzen mast.
2 rope, 1 wood on so far.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was just figuring out how to do all these guys, so I have to unloop them. So this is gonna be a wall. So then if I put another wall here, so that has a door, and this is like readily accessible. And then everything behind here is just gonna have this angled, but it will still be a really decent space. But I don't want to cut them yet to add in the 90s. Till I'm sure where things are gonna go. It's hard to like keep track of in your mind like the different ideas, the geometry of how things are going in together. And then like, all right, well, which piece can I actually put in first? Because you can't do them all simultaneously. But I guess maybe I can get built this cleat, because this wall is gonna be fastened into this cross beam, but that makes it, I've got this kind of weird little corner. So I'm just gonna run this cleat all the way supposedly where this is gonna go, so I can put in a little spacer piece, and then this is gonna be my wall. So all this will be enclosed with a door.
Cool.
That's my thought for now. So you're just gonna carve a channel?
Yeah.
How's the pattern coming?
Good, I had to ditch my first one. I started and I was like, no, this is not working. But I think it's going good now.
Good.
First pattern.
Nice.
It looks awfully simple because it's just one square. And it took me most of today. Alright, so I have two patterns. And this is the second one that I did. So I'm going to cut this one out. And then this is the first pattern I did. And I should be able to trace it out here. And then I'll cut that one out. And then we'll go see how I did. gotta get it in.
Well, that looks right. That's perfect. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right there.
Thanks for watching. Up next,
That's sweet.
the repair on the deck box spigots is successful.
Check that out.
So a wash down and fresh teak oil it is for the deck. I continue on my solo project, making usable storage and tidying.